Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to follow up onto a video I made a couple of days back about Cobra Kai, as I have now finished the entire show. In 3 days. That's how good it was. I literally went from one season to the next, didn't really finish them at the same time, just kind of carried over, but yeah. So, I'm going to talk about the characters a little bit and see how they evolved and what I've noticed about them. Like, there's one particular character that I've noticed something about, which I'll get onto in a moment. Let's start with the main character of the show, well, one of the two main characters, Johnny. And if you don't remember Johnny from Karate Kid, he was the kid in the first one that the Karate Kid kicked in the face. That guy. Yeah. He always starts every season in a complete rut. And you know that because he's grown a beard, beginning of every season. So he's gets in a rut, beginning of every season, around the 3rd or 4th episode, he comes out of it because A, either someone needs him, or B, he just needs to do it for himself. Like, in the first season, Miguel helps him get out of his rut by helping him start up Cobra Kai, again. Second season, I don't know what happened in the second season, but yet again, he was stuck in a rut, and I think he had to help Miguel with something to get out of it. I don't remember. In season 3, he was in a rut again, but Miguel was paralysed at the end of season 2, so yeah. He had to help Miguel get back on his feet, quite literally, and which caused him to get out of his rut once again. And the one thing I admire about Johnny is his pure resilience. Kick him down as many times as you like, you can guarantee that every time he's going to get back up, which that's pretty respectable. Daniel, the Karate Kid. You can tell there's a lot of Mr. Miyagi in him. Very noble, very measured in his actions, although he can go a bit stir-crazy at times. He can lose it a little bit, but his wife Amanda's always there to bring him back down to earth very quickly. Like the time he tried to get Cobra Kai kicked out of their dojo by raising the rent for the entire strip mall, which would have screwed over all the other owners, and Amanda just straight up dropped him back down on that one and said, Daniel, no. And then, of course, there's the new kids. Samantha LaRusso, oh my god, I can't believe I made that mistake, is Daniel LaRusso's youngest daughter, who he did train in karate for a little while when she was like 8. So she knows a little bit of karate by the beginning of the show, but throughout the show she picks it up again, thanks to Miguel and Robbie, who I will also get onto in a moment. And he restarts Miyagi-Do once Daniel restarts Miyagi-Do with Robbie and Sam once he realises Cobra Kai needs to be brought down again, as it was back in the 80s. And Miguel is Johnny's star student at Cobra Kai. He is bullied a lot, like a lot, and then he gets into a fight with some guys, one of them called Kyler, who is just not a good dude. He beats up Miguel. Johnny's at hand, so he karates the hell out of Kyler, sends him running, and then Miguel says, hey, can you teach me some of that? And he said, don't do it anymore, I don't do it anymore. Then all of a sudden, opens up Cobra Kai, and then tons of students fly in. But, as I mentioned earlier, Robbie. He is Johnny's son, and he hates his dad with every fibre of his being. No matter how many times Johnny tries to make amends, Robbie shuts him down each and every time. And I've got a theory that I don't think Robbie can, live without the resentment. He's lived with the resentment of his dad for so long that it's kind of become a part of him. That might just be me, but Johnny's been trying and trying, but Robbie just will not have it. So I think there's a part of Robbie that kind of needs the resentment. I'm not sure, but that's just one of my theories about him. He's a good kid, don't get me wrong, but he just can't quite seem to understand that his dad is really, really trying to make all the fact that he just doesn't care. But with every show has to come a villain. And that villain is Johnny's old karate sensei at Cobra Kai, John Kreese. And about halfway through season 1, just before the All Valley tournament, Johnny says, Kreese is dead. End of Season 1, Cobra Kai has won the All Valley Tournament for the first time since 1984 when they got banned for life, well, banned for all eternity. Johnny got it reversed, with much to Daniel's dismay because he was on the committee for the tournament, and all of a sudden, Johnny is just wallowing because he's realised that he's taught him Kreese's ways and how violent Cobra Kai was, and then all of a sudden, we see a figure standing at Cobra Kai's door, smoking a cigar. He walks into the light. It's Kreese. He's as dead as I am. He just walks up to Johnny and says, "I'm back." And then Johnny proceeds to beat the snot out of him. A lot. And then over the next few episodes of Season 2, he kind of manipulates Johnny into letting him back into Cobra Kai. And then by the end of Season 2, he kicks him out of Cobra Kai. He's retaken the dojo for his own. And then Miguel obviously has to be helped with his paralysis, which Johnny does. And then Johnny realises that Cobra Kai needs to be brought down again, along with Daniel. He then starts up his own karate dojo with Miguel and a few ex-Cobra Kais who've abandoned them, called Eagle Fang, which is a very new faction, as in it was made in like episode 7 of Season 3, so it's very new. And then the Cobra Kai go and attack, will go and threaten Eagle Fang, and then Season 3, my god, finishes off with a bang. Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do are working together, trying to figure out how to get both of their senseis to join forces, as the dojos are, but their senseis kind of still hate each other's guts, Daniel and Johnny, being them two. So they're planning how to get their two senseis to work together. Then all of a sudden, Bert, an ex-Cobra Kai and now Eagle Fang member, goes to let the LaRusso's cat in. Miguel says, "I didn't know you guys had a cat," because him and Sam were a thing in the first season. And she says, "We don't." And then all of a sudden, Bert comes flying through the window, and who shows up? Hawk, Tori, and the rest of Cobra Kai for the biggest fight of the whole show so far. And then Johnny goes to Cobra Kai to beat up Kreese, and then he gets beat up himself by him and Robbie, who's joined Kreese and Cobra Kai. And just as Johnny's about to lose, Daniel shows up and finishes the job. And then they agree at the end of the season that next All Valley tournaments, if Cobra Kai loses, we're done for good. And if Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do lose, as they're going to join forces and become one dojo, they lose. They're gone for good. But Johnny says, we won't lose. And then the season's ended. Most of Cobra Kai has gone to Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang, like Hawk. I think Tori and Robbie are still at... Well, I know Robbie's still at Cobra Kai, but I think Tori is too. But I can't wait for Season 4 to see what they do. So, that'll do it for this video, guys. As always, people, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my 9 Roxanne's YouTube channels. Her link is in the description. My sub button's down there. Once you've hit our sub buttons, don't forget to press the bell icon. Make sure it's filled in to get both sets of our notifications. Comment, because why not, and let me know what you thought of Cobra Kai if you've watched it. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, Roxanne's blog and Twitter. Those links are in the description too, which is the down arrow next to the video title. And as always, people, don't forget to share this video with all your friends. So they join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in another video. Goodbye.